Hey everybody, Motorpoet 59 here. Wanted to talk just a little bit about healthcare and how it can be so drastically different from one place to another. I never really paid that much attention to it while I was working. I had a really good insurance plan, and I had relatively small co-pays. And if I had major medical like surgeries, I had to pay 10% of that. And when I retired, I was able to keep, this was through United Healthcare, I was able to keep a United Healthcare gap plan because I retired at 60. This will cover me until I'm 65 and go on Medicare or Medi-Cal or whatever it's going to put me on. And it's an 80-20 plan, and any major medical, I have to pay, it's just an 80-20 plan, so I have to pay 20%. 2 years ago, in February of, over 2 years ago, February of 2018, I had this shoulder operated on. That surgery was done at a hospital, at Mercy Southwest Hospital here in Bakersfield. Light just went out. But my 10% of that, and this was the hospital's bill, not my doctor or any of that. This was the hospital's bill for use of their surgery room. My 10% of that was just under $1,600. I had this one done at a surgery center at a place called Southern California Orthopedic Institute here in Bakersfield, a place that's attached to UCLA. So I went to this place and I had to pay, like I said, 20%. But they have their, like I said, they have their surgery center on site, and my 20% of that surgery room was $618, $1,000 less for the essentially the same operation. As a matter of fact, there were more things wrong with this shoulder than with this shoulder. $1,000 more, essentially just for the rental of a surgery room. I can't imagine there are any more people involved. The procedures both took about an hour and a half. And as a matter of fact, this one took a little bit longer. This one was about an hour and a half. This one was closer to 2 hours. But same thing. And this is what's wrong with healthcare. I get it if you go to a hospital and you have surgery and you got to stay, and then they got to, have to have nurses to take care of you, and other doctors got to come and see you, and you got a room and they're feeding you and they're doing all this and you're taking up space. I understand that that's more expensive than an outpatient procedure. But if it's an outpatient procedure, there shouldn't really be any difference in cost. Not $1,000 for essentially the same procedure. This is one of the things that's wrong with healthcare. It's one of the things that Obamacare did not address, among many, many other things. If I had chosen or been forced to or whatever, use the Obamacare plan that does what this plan does for me, it would have cost me about $1,000 a month. And this is free. I get this one for free from the railroad. It's cost them, I'm sure, but I'm sure it doesn't cost them $1,000 a month. And this, I don't really want to get into the details that made Obamacare the biggest fraud that's ever been perpetrated upon the American people. But one of the reasons that it would have been so expensive is because I'm a type 2 diabetic. If I wanted to put my wife on that plan, it would have skyrocketed. Why? Because she is a breast cancer survivor. And that is considered a pre-existing condition. And Obama told us on his campaign trail about trying to push an Obamacare on us, he told us that having pre-existing conditions wouldn't matter. Well, it won't matter in the fact that they'll give you insurance. It'll just cost you 3 or 4 times what you can get it elsewhere for. And that's just one of the many, many myriad lies that were stacked up behind Obamacare. But I don't know. I don't want to get into that. It's just, it annoys me that a hospital charges $1,000 more for the same room. Hey, I got to pay 20% of my doctor bill. When I had the other plan, I only had to pay $35 co-payments. So this is probably going to cost me a pretty good chunk of change to when the doctor gives me his bill. I don't know what that's going to cost me. But the hospital should be the same. The hospital, A surgery room is a surgery room is a surgery room. It doesn't matter where it is, and it shouldn't cost any more to staff one in a hospital than it does in a surgery outpatient center. That's all I got to say. Like, share, subscribe, click on the bell if you want to be notified of future content, and we'll see y'all later.